to Inside Out. Today we are talking about hope. Of course, we're helping you transform yourself, soul, body, and image. And we just heard from Mark G. He told us his incredible story of how he really could have fallen into despair, been a victim to circumstances, but instead he is not only inspiring people all over the world, but inspiring me to hope as well. So Mark, welcome. We're so glad to have you. I want to know a little bit more about what you're doing, how you're helping to bring hope to people, because we heard that you really had a mess early on in your life, but you've now turned it into your message.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I work with a lot of different people. So what I did is I reached out to people to help me learn first so that I could go out and help other people learn. One of the things that I'm doing right now is I've worked on building a couple of youth centers, and my goal is to build as many as I can over my lifespan to help kids understand their greatness. I've had the opportunity to spend time with Les Brown and people like that who speak about the greatness within you. And I really believe that. So what I do is I train myself every day through motivational videos, through motivational speeches, and also I go to events and learn and listen and grow. Because as a kid, I believe that I didn't have the same opportunities, but as an adult, I do have the same opportunities, and it's my choice to go after those opportunities.
So what you're doing essentially is you're taking the time to fill up your bucket to make sure that you have the inspiration and hope that you need, yes. And then you can allow that bucket, that hope to overflow and affect other people through those youth centers. So who are your youth centers for? And if somebody were to go to a youth center, what are they going to get out of it?
Well, basically the youth centers that we've developed so far, there was a partnership there, and they're a lot like a drop-in center. So a lot of kids don't have anywhere to go to, have a conversation and feel like they can open up. And when they don't have a place to go, they feel like they're isolated. And that's the worst place for anyone to be. There's no hope in isolation. You have to get out there. You have to talk about it. You have to feel like people do care about you as a person. Because when you feel like you're alone, hopelessness is the worst place to be. And that's where you end up. So to get that hope, these centers allow you to drop in. You can play video games there. You can play pool there. I mean, it's very free for them to be able to feel comfortable first, because a lot of kids want to have fun. Right. Even as adults, we want to have fun. So what I do is I always make people laugh. Mm-hmm. Right? So laughter, I believe, is a key to getting into people, to opening up and feeling comfortable around you.
And I can attest to this because we've spent some time together recently, yes. And it seems like everywhere we go, people are laughing. I know I'm laughing, and I think that laughter is so inspiring. So you're bringing laughter, you're bringing fun, you're bringing connection into these youth centers to provide a place for youth who are feeling alone, mm-hmm. to have a resource, basically, to connect.
Absolutely.
And to feel like they are a part of something. That's amazing.
Well, that relates to my camp,
yeah.
Like I was saying, to my camps, right? By going to those camps and riding those horses and spending that time with people that actually cared, right? Because why are they running the camps? Because they care about the kids. So I felt cared about. So I seen things in life that I never seen before. So I knew there was other opportunities out there if I was willing to make a choice to go after them.
So it's all about caring. And, for everybody out there that feels like they want to give hope to somebody, I would suggest doing what you've done, and that is really sharing opportunities for people to connect, to have fun, and to not be alone. Mm-hmm. And at one point I heard a little analogy or a little saying, which is if you are in pain, give to match your pain or help somebody else to match your pain, and that's where you step out of pain.
Absolutely.
And so did you find that was true in your own life as you were suffering, as you were hurting from some of the things that happened in your childhood? Do you feel like this giving opportunity helped you to heal?
Yeah, absolutely. It's great that you bring that up, because I remember I was actually, they called me the Phil Donahue, because we used to have these events where we would have about 300 of the foster kids.
So Phil D instead of Mark G?
Yeah, exactly, right?
Right.
And so we'd have these events where, we would all be in a group, and they would want us to relay what we were going through so that they would learn, the children, they could learn. Mm-hmm. And when we were doing that, I would be the one that would go around with a microphone. And when the kids would cry or break down, I would console them and hug them and care about them, because I was already in that place myself. And by doing that, I realized that it actually filled my cup. By loving on other people, I became more, it's selfish, because I received so much more, right? So a lot of people think that when you give to other people, it's a selfless thing. And in some ways it is. but it's very selfish because you get so much of a reward helping other people. So now the person I am today, like we were talking about, you know, being funny and hanging out and just making things light, I think a lot of people aren't doing that. And even in families that aren't in foster care, there's that struggle because there's too much of, you need to do this, you need to do that, and there's too much pressure. Instead of, why not just release the pressure and go have fun? Because at the end of the day, you know you love your kids. And you know the kids love the parents. You know, you need to be there for each other. Just lighten things up and enjoy life.
So having fun, lightening things up. If you are in a family situation, just making sure that you take time to connect with each other on a fun level as a family. I love that message. I love it. Something else that I wanted to bring up is you also mentor. And you are inspiring mentors, you're inspiring pastors all over the world. So let us know a little bit about that. And if there's anybody out there right now that's struggling with hope, I want to tell them how they can get a hold of you, how they can work with you, how they can learn from you.
Yes, so, you know, I've worked with a lot of pastors that taught me how to be a pastor. So like I said before, you have to learn from people that are succeeding at doing it, and then you can start doing it yourself. And it just naturally came to me, you know, to love on people because I never was loved in so many fashions. You know, my grandma loved me, and other people expressed certain kinds of love to me, but I didn't really understand it. So I have a website called Markologies, so www.markologies.
And is it okay if I say Markologies? We have this thing about air quotes.
There you go, air quotes, air and a period.
Okay.
Absolutely. And what it is the theory of Mark. So all it is the things that I've gone through. I help counsel and coach people through some of their stuff. And if there's things that, you know, they're really touching in on, I'm honest with them. I'm truthful with them. And that's where success comes from. A lot of people want to say, you know, but, if, and because. And I believe that those are really negative words.
Well, they're very disempowering.
Yes.
Very disempowering. Whatever you've just said before that but, before that because, it basically
takes away the power of it.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So people that are wanting to work with you, they can go to markologies.com.
So it's MARKOLOGIES.com.
Okay, say that one more time.
MARKOLOGIES.com.
Okay,
so ologies means theory. So and it's interesting because a friend of mine that is a mentor actually made that up for me and did the website for me because he really believes in what I'm doing. And I'm so thankful.
It's a website about your theories. So you inspire hope through the website. If there's anybody out there that feels like they need a little extra hope, they need a little extra boost, go to markologies.com. You get to learn more about Mark G, about his theories, and you will feel uplifted and remove yourself, hopefully, from a place of despair to a place of empowerment. Thank you so much for being on with us, Mark. Stay tuned for another guest who is bringing hope to people all over the country.